Now, let me introduce you to someone else amazing from the West Midlands who's received a recognition from the King for their amazing work in the community. Kev Dillon is doing incredible things to support men's mental health, and he's one of the guys behind the podcast Black Country Blokes, and does a lot of work at his boxing gym in Brierley Hill, where he joins us from now. Good morning to you, Kev.
Good morning, Molly. How are you?
All right, lovely. Yeah, I'm good today. I got my tax return in yesterday, so I'm on top of the world. How do we find you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. It always beats the alternative, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Oh, that's good. Where do we speak to you from? You're at the gym. Where are you? You're not in the ring as we speak, are you?
I am actually. We're here at my home, the Lions Boxing Club in Brierley Hill by the Merry Health Centre.
Live from the ring, Kev. Now let's. Where
Don't this time of the morning.
Where do we start with you? Let's talk about your podcast before we get into the background. Now, this is hosted by yourself and Lee Cadman. Tell us how it all came about that you're doing a podcast.
Well, the aim is I'm the head coach of the boxing club. I've had more problems. I've got more baggage than Heathrow Airport. And it was getting blokes to talk, because you work with these people and they're angry and they're frustrated and have their problems. And these are all my problems. And more I started opening up, more they opened up. And me and my best mate Lee said, let's do something. Let's start talking about it. And it starts off a small podcast. And it's grew and it's grew. And we have from boxers to window cleaners to organisations. Because the best friend of any mental health is loneliness. And when you feel like you're going for the fight on your own, it's so petrifying. So our aim was to give the stigma of men's mental health a KO, but then get different organisations on that allowed people to realise there is help out there. And the first step is asking for the help, then having the courage to accept the help.
I do know, Kev, that you've overcome a fair few challenges in your own life, haven't you? I mean, it's right back from when you were poorly as a child.
Well, I lost my vision when I was 3 years old to viral meningitis. It attacked the optic nerve, so I'm completely blind in my left eye, and I've less than 10% vision in my right eye. And life is tough, and you feel different. You don't feel accepted, but luckily I had great family, great friends, and I was encouraged to try, to fail, accept the failure, learn from the failure, and go again. By any means necessary, we carry on. And that what's not given to people nowadays, or what isn't accepted, is resilience. Resilience is a superpower that we all possess, and showing I have been through dark days and I survived them. This too shall pass, and every day we'll have different hurdles and obstacles, but we get through them. And it's sharing that knowledge with one another to show if I can do it, you can do it.
Do you know that phrase you've just used is so powerful, Kev? This too shall pass, and you do have to remind yourself of that very often. And time and tide stops, it's for no man. There will be the other side to this. You can't halt the march of time. There will be the other side of this will come. It's very, very powerful to have that realisation.
And realising we have bad days, and because I have a bad day, it isn't a bad life. And sometimes I'm there with me. Great mate, be it Josh, like a young brother, one of my coaches, and you go, last year was a bad year. And you go, well, was it? You went on holiday, your daughter did this, and you break it down and go, wow.
Yeah.
There was so much brightness in the tunnel, but at the moment I'm just focusing on the dark. And it helps by just jotting those things down of what I was grateful for.
Yeah.
And it hasn't got to be winning the lottery. It's those little wins of, I got up, I could stand. Me and Lee used to do a support group in lockdown. We found a legal loophole where we could do a support group upstairs at the gym. And he'd go, how's your week? Terrible. And I go, name something you're grateful for. They go, I ain't got enough to be grateful for. Well, can you stand? Can you see? Can you taste? Does the toilet flush when you've used it? You take any of those things away, you're having a bad day. And it's focusing on the beauty that is in our life. And each day I do a little video on one of our social medias, just my thoughts, just a hairy bottom bloke talking about real stuff.
Do you have a hairy bottom, Kev?
Oh, well. But it's reminding people that are men like me. And we did a project through Christmas. It's called This Is Me, This Is Us, where we had different lads from the age of 12 to 67 saying, this is me, Kev Dillon, on a good day, confident, proud. But this is Kev Dillon on a bad day, showing it's not all champagne and caviar. You see me as being this mountain of confidence, but behind the curtain lies the Wizard of Oz, just a normal bloke, and showing people. And in the 38 days we were running, we had different boxing clubs, different people from 12 to 67, say, from Asian, Black, Yemeni, Traveller, showing this is us, this is everyone. And unfortunately, in the 38 days we were running, from the start of January to from the 1st of December to the 7th of January, we lost 400 men to suicide. If that's not a pandemic, I don't know what is.
Yeah, that is a startling statistic.
Well, when you're losing, on average, 12 men a day to suicide, then it spikes over Christmas, because how about if I can't afford the presents, or how about if I can't see my children, or how about the cost of living's gone up? Then people pay the ultimate price, the ultimate sacrifice. And I just wish those people, because I almost lost 3 people to suicide over Christmas, and luckily they had people in their support network who sat with them and demanded better treatment for them. Because there's always been people that fall down the cracks, but at the moment it's not a crack, it's a chasm. You're lucky if you get to the other side. They say men don't talk, but I'm seeing and hearing men begging for help, and the help just doesn't seem to be coming. So every day at the boxing club, we open up 10:30 to 11:30 for free, so they can come and train, but talk to other men. Then we do a ladies' class, 11:30 to 12:30, where women and moms can bring their children, and showing this is a community. Because as human beings, we're tribal animals. We need to be around other people to pick their brains on experiences and hear about what their resiliences give to them. But we've been encouraged to be isolated. So we need these things where people can come together again and show them they're not alone. No matter what they're facing, we can get through it. Because it's not just me. This is us. And when we stand together, we can take on anything.
Oh, you're so wonderful to listen to, Kev. You really, really are. You're an inspiration just to have on for 5 or 10 minutes. I'm definitely going to have a listen to your podcast. I'm going to chuck in another phrase that my husband always says as well, as mentioning this too shall pass. My husband always says it's darkest before dawn. And I think that those are powerful words as well.
It is, because what we in Lee do every time, we start off with our gratitude list on the podcast, then we always get our guest or each other to come up with a quote or a saying that helps get through life. And unfortunately, I was at a funeral for one of my lads who I lost too young, the start of December, and I had to do a talk at his funeral. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And I said, grief is the price we pay for loving someone, or it's the price we pay over and over for the love they gave us. And feel the sadness. That sadness is going to hit us like a tidal wave. Feel the sadness, but please don't drown in it. Let it wash over you, and we'll be left with the love that they gave us.
Kev, I'm so sorry to hear that you lost a mate. But those are very, very powerful words. I know you like to do a positive thought for the day. Do you want to give us another one right now?
Impossible is a large word thrown around by small-minded fools to stop us achieving greatness. Everything is impossible until one brave person does it.
Say it again.
Impossible is a large word thrown around by small-minded people to stop us achieving things they would never have the courage to do. It's only impossible until one brave person does it.
Loving you, Kev. Loving you. Absolutely brilliant. Do you know what? I'd love to come down to your gym and meet you at one point.
I'm here all the time. It'll be a pleasure, Molly. And if you ever want to come on the podcast, or if you want to come down, have a cup of coffee and see what we've produced. I mean, we've been having 24 years, and this is a safe haven for people to come. People who come out of jail, or they come and go, I'm married, Kev. I've made it. I'm no longer that toe rag that I come. And you're going, they're the gold medals I'll take forward. It's not the lads who go and win ABA titles or go and win whatever. It's knowing you were there for when they needed you.
Yeah. You have an aura, I mean, even over the airwaves, just an aura of safety about you. I think we all feel safe listening to you. So I can imagine it's even more in person. How do people find your podcast, Kev?
The podcast, we're on every podcast platform, but we go live every Tuesday, 7:30 on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. But you can follow us on all social medias. check us on our daily reels and positive quotes and be a part of the journey, because who knows, you can come on. I love it because when I talk to kids, I went, it's been a long time since I was a kid, so tell me about what you're going through so I can be a better daddy to my daughter. Tell me about the world I know nothing about. And as long as we're always, like people say to me, how do I give back to you? Well, don't give back, because I give it to you because I love you. Never give back, always give forwards. Then there'll always be someone who receives the love.
It's been amazing having you on, Kev Dillon. Thank you ever so much.
No problem. God bless. Stay safe.
All right. Have a good week. What a lovely, lovely man, Kev Dillon. Doing incredible things to support men's mental health. So that podcast, Black Country Blokes, if you want to check it out, it sounds amazing.